Hello folks. Now, a lot of BBMs start off as trial and error, and I never know if it's going to work in the long run until the video is complete. Most of the time I knock it out of the park, but you never know, there are slip-ups here and there, so... And you know what, I didn't even do that much research on Watto before making this episode, so I hope it doesn't come to bite me in the ass later. We'll just have to see how it goes. Now, it's been 80 episodes since I've talked about anything Star Wars related. Unless it's like very vague and that wasn't the main topic. Like I just made a comment about it or just said something briefly about it. But I'm going to take another stab at it because, say it with me now, and I'll try to make this the last time I say this for like 15 episodes, but my old videos suck. Sorry, I just can't get over it, man. I have to keep bringing it up. I'll try to take a break from saying that, but you know the hell out of that crap and you're tired of hearing it. This isn't a redux, but it is having to do with Star Wars, so I guess it's kind of similar, but let's quit blabbering. So when coming into this episode, I kind of had the idea that Watto was neutral. You see, in this world and in the Star Wars universe, there's typically only two ways you can go. First, there's good. We all like good, okay? Good is great. But then there's the easy, pathetic way out, and that's evil. Which is so easy to just fall under. Like, if you decide to say, no, I'm not going to do that, then it shouldn't be too hard, but for some people, they just fall off the rails too easily. So pretty much anybody in the real world falls under one of those categories, right? Well, not necessarily. There's also a third category known as neutral. Like, if you don't want good or bad, neutral. Which means it's not either of those. The perfect center. The medium. At first I thought that Watto was a pretty neutral guy, you know, he's just a guy that sells scrap crap at a store. He's not like a Jedi. His relevance is nowhere near as high as other Star Wars characters. But now, after doing some research, very little I might add, but I already said that earlier, he leans more to the dark side. He's kind of evil. If you want a, like, perfectly neutral character from any media form, I'd say go with the cat from freaking Alice in Wonderland. That guy just exists. Like, what's his point? He's not good, he's not evil, he's just there. He just exists. Now you're probably saying, Kale, I'm a fan of Star Wars, but I'm not like a huge expert. Who the hell is Watto? Well, Watto is this greedy bastard who runs a shop somewhere on Tatooine. I forgot the exact location, but he just runs a shop meant for selling parts and scrap and all that sort of junk. I don't know where he gets all that stuff. Maybe some people donate it to him. Maybe he just looks in the trash and finds stuff. Or maybe he just looks all throughout the planet, or even multiple planets, and just finds loot and brings it back to his shop. Whatever the case, he gets a bunch of stuff and he's selling it for way too damn expensive. Like, this cheap crap is not worth the price you're offering. If you try to, like, bribe him, if you try to be like, oh man, we can make a deal here, we can maybe do half the price, but I'll do you something in return, you know? That asshole's gonna raise the price higher, so don't even bother. Watto is a bitch. And yeah, I would say he falls more to the bad side than just neutral, let alone good. I mean, like, who'd want to work for this guy? He's a jerk. Well, his employees are more like his slaves, and they don't really have a choice. I'm sure you're familiar with Anakin Skywalker, who was Darth Vader before Darth Vader. The child and young adult version of Darth Vader, yeah, that's Anakin. Well, I mean, Darth Vader's always been Anakin, but he goes by his pin name, I guess you could call it Darth Vader. But the point is, when Anakin was a boy, him and his mom were won from a pod racing bet, and he made them work in his shop after he won them. Thankfully, though, Watto lost Anakin to a bet. I don't know about his mom. I think his mom died in episode 2, but he lost Anakin to another bet because, you know, that bastard can't quit betting. So thankfully, Anakin wasn't a slave forever, but what if Watto was a Jedi? Well, to tell you the truth, he actually was a soldier at one point. On his planet known as Toydaria, I think it was. Not Toy Yoda, har 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 har. No, Toydaria. He was a soldier, believe it or not. But are soldiers and Jedis the same thing in the Star Wars universe? I don't think so. A Jedi is a special type of soldier, probably. Or I don't even know if they're soldiers at all, but the point is, a soldier and a Jedi are not always the same thing. Stormtroopers are soldiers, but they don't hold the lightsabers, they hold the laser guns. Only Jedis can wield the lightsaber. I mean, I guess technically you can hold one if you're not a Jedi, but only true Jedis know how to use it, really, with the Force and all that crap. And you probably knew this, but different colored lightsabers have different meanings. I looked at a tiny bit of video that was discussing this concept, but it didn't make sense to me, so I'll try to explain this in the best way I can. Before I say it, though, I'm assuming that the crystals that are inside a lightsaber are so powerful and advanced that they have the capability to tell what your position is in the Star Wars universe. Good, evil, master, rookie, whatever. It has the power to tell that just by you holding it and using it. Because I'm pretty sure Jedis are the only ones that can, like, open the lightsaber up, you know, have the beam come out and stuff. Because, you know, you can't just go out and buy a lightsaber. You have to make it yourself. That's how it works. So the different colors, well, we all know that red means evil, you know, a Sith, anger, frustration, selfishness, I guess. Yeah, stuff like that. Now, blue is the most common one. It's for Jedi Guardians. Basically, just any good guy who has courage. Green is for the masters, the experts at Jediism. Is that even a word? But anyway, green is meant for Jedi experts and the wise ones, you know, like Yoda, who's been doing this crap for hundreds of years. Yeah, that's the green. Those are the three that I've nailed down, but purple, I think, but I'm not positive, means whoever holds that is a Jedi who is trying to get over the dark feeling, like they're leaning towards the dark side, but they're overcoming it or something, and they're trying to stay on the good side, you know? I'm thinking that's what purple means, but again, I'm not positive. And each color has its own meaning, and there's like 10 colors, maybe even more. I'm not specifically here to just talk about the meaning of colors on a lightsaber. What I'm here to talk about is what would Watto's lightsaber be colored if he was a Jedi? Well, definitely not blue or green, I can tell you that. Maybe purple, maybe red. It's hard to tell because, you know, he's a jerk, but he's not exactly like an evil jerk. Like, he didn't kill people, at least I don't think he did, like Darth Vader did. So he's not as good as Yoda, he's not as bad as Darth Vader, but he still leans more towards the bad side. I have no idea, maybe yellow, of all things, because he's kind of just not that important, or maybe it'd be a different color, I don't know. But the point is, he may have actually been a Jedi because I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, you can buy lightsabers from his shop. Maybe I'm wrong, but could have sworn he had lightsabers available. So either he stole them from some sort of Jedi Master or whatever kind of Jedi, or he was once a Jedi himself. Not every character can be a Jedi in the Star Wars universe, I know that, but it's still cool to think about. And remember earlier when I said that you have to make your own lightsaber? Well, if I'm right and he sold them in his store, that kinda rules that myth out. I mean, maybe the lightsaber is like a retired lightsaber and whoever buys it can like take out the crystal and like sell it or experiment on it or whatever the hell. But the point is, yeah, in order to make a working lightsaber, you gotta do it yourself, buddy. I don't know why they can't like share lightsabers with their like students or whatever. Like, I don't get that. They're gonna get in circulation somehow. Somebody's gonna get a hold of somebody else's lightsaber and sell it or do whatever the hell to it. It's not gonna always just be yours, right? I mean, Yoda died after 900 years. What did they do with his lightsaber? Put it in the Hall of Fame or something? But I digress. Tell me what your opinions are on Watto. It's probably pretty negative, but if there's any more information about Watto that I may not have said, you can let me know. But I think I'm gonna go to bed. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Adios.